Module 1 looks at the academic role of a teacher and includes curriculum and teaching learning. The corresponding NAAC criteria are Criteria 1 with all its key indicators. Now, Criteria 1 pertains to the practice of initiating a wide range of program options and courses that are in tune with the emerging national and global trends and relevant to the local needs. Apart from issues of diversity and academic flexibility, aspects on career orientation, multi-skill development, feedback system, and involvement of stakeholders in curriculum updating are also gauged under Criteria 1. The academic role of the teacher is also encompassed in Criteria 2 of NAAC assessment, teaching, learning and evaluation. In this criteria, key indicators 2.3, 2.4 and 2.5 are part of curriculum, teaching and learning. Now, curricular aspects are the mainstay of a teacher. However, the responsibility of a teacher in this regard may vary depending on their administrative standing. That is, an affiliated college is dependent on a larger body, namely university, for legitimizing its academic and administrative processes. Its engagement with curricular aspects is mainly in their implementation, while participation in curriculum development, procedural detailing, assessment procedures, as well as certification is peripheral, and these are givens. Autonomous colleges, on the other hand, much like universities, have the mandate to visualize appropriate curricula for particular programs, revise and update them periodically, ensure that the outcomes of this program are defined by its curriculum. Now, one of the significant responsibility of an autonomous college is curriculum design and development. The role of an affiliated college in this key indicator is very limited. Now, an autonomous college is expected to have processes, systems and structures in place to shoulder this responsibility. Curriculum design and development is a complex process of developing a range of appropriate need-based program options and courses that are relevant to the local needs and in tune with the emerging national and global trends. This needs to be done in consultation with expert groups based on the feedback from all the stakeholders. This results in the development of relevant programs with flexibility to suit the professional and personal needs of the students and realization of core values. Now, what contribution can an individual teacher make in this process? Now, an individual teacher can contribute in planning the content of the curricula by incorporating the needs of the society. An individual teacher can identify and fix the outcome of the content to be delivered and align those outcomes with the vision and mission of the institution. An individual teacher can also focus on imparting knowledge, employability skill and entrepreneurship, can identify shortfalls in a curriculum followed by improvisation, and can be instrumental in designing academic plan, progression of coursework in the larger context of changing needs. The affiliated and constituent colleges have a rather insignificant role in curriculum designing and development. However, they play a significant role in curriculum planning and implementation. Affiliated colleges adopt the curriculum overview provided by the respected universities. A teacher can operationalize the curriculum within the overall framework provided in her own way, depending on available resources, institutional goals, etc. Each teacher can visualize the way the curriculum has to be carried out, the activities, who, how, when, etc. So, an individual teacher can design and schedule the systematic delivery of the content, can incorporate innovative pedagogic methods and document the same, have well-framed academic calendar and lesson plans, and can be instrumental in meeting the needs of the students and can innovate evaluation and assessment tools. Now, the performance of a teacher in this criteria of curriculum design, development, and implementation can be measured through a variety of tools like academic calendar, lesson plans, timetable, attendance record of the students, activities that has been carried out, photographs, the internal assessment methods that has been used, minutes of the meeting, student progression, etc. The next key indicator in this criteria is academic flexibility, which refers to freedom in the use of the time frame of the courses, horizontal mobility, interdisciplinary options, etc. Supplementary enrichment programs can be initiated and choices can be offered within the curriculum. An individual teacher can contribute by introducing innovative programs, initiating courses that are job-oriented, and can also offer trendy choice-based elective papers. An individual teacher can bring up courses to enhance the skill and entrepreneurship aptitude and also recommend value-added and add-on courses for extra credit. Now, the holistic development of students is the main purpose of the curriculum. This is attempted by introducing value-added courses and activities which may not be directly linked with one's discipline of study but contribute to sensitizing students to cross-cutting issues relevant to the current pressing concerns both nationally and internationally, such as gender, environment, sustainability, human values, professional ethics, development of creative and divergent competencies from which the student can choose from according to their interest and inclination. An individual teacher in this regard can not only help in augmenting disciplinary knowledge but can also integrate skill enhancement and entrepreneurship courses, can incorporate scientific and technological developments, offer optional job-oriented value-added or add-on courses, identify appropriate projects and assignments, provide vocational training in relevant field, and organize internships, field trips, and on-job training. Now, the process of revision and redesign of curricula is based on recent developments and feedback from the stakeholders in terms of its relevance and appropriateness in catering to the needs of the society, economy, and environment, which provides important inputs. It is not only sufficient to have a feedback system in place, but also to analyze it and identify and draw pertinent pointers to enhance the learning effectiveness. Now, in this regard, an individual teacher can suggest feedback pointers to understand the satisfaction or otherwise of the stakeholders. The individual teacher can take part in analysis of the feedback and thereby identify the weak areas and scope of improvement. The feedback can be used to define new routes for greater accountability, teaching effectiveness, and overall growth of the institution. Now, what are the tools that can be used to measure the performance of a teacher in terms of these above key indicators? So, the minutes of the meeting at various levels can be looked at. The number of students who have completed add-on or value-added courses, number of students who have been placed, reports of field trip, reports of internship projects, etc. with students, number of guest lecturers who have been invited, workshop or seminar that has been organized. The feedback sample can be looked at, the feedback report analysis can be looked at, and also the action taken report. Now, criteria 2 pertaining to teaching, learning and evaluation is also part of the academic role of a teacher. Now, criteria 2 pertains to interactive instructional techniques that engage students in higher order thinking and investigation through the use of innovative methods. It also probes into the adequacy, competence, as well as continuous professional development of the faculty who handle the programs of study. The efficiency of the techniques used to continuously evaluate the performance of the teacher and the students is also a major concern of this criteria. Now, within this criteria, key indicator 2.3 pertaining to teaching learning modalities are very significant area where the individual teacher can contribute. Now, the teaching learning modality must be learner centric. Learner centered education through appropriate methodologies such as participative learning, experiential learning and collaborative learning modes facilitate effective learning. A teacher can provide a variety of learning experiences, including individual and collaborative learning. Interactive and participatory approaches, if employed by a teacher, create a feeling of responsibility in learners and make learning a process of construction of knowledge. The advent of digital resources has made learning more individualized, creative, and dynamic. Hence, quality of learning largely depends on readiness of a teacher to draw upon such available technology and also the initiative to develop such learning resources so as to enrich teaching learning process. A teacher's familiarity with learning management systems, LMS, other e-resources available and how to meaningfully incorporate them in one's scheme of teaching learning is very pertinent to her contribution to this key indicator. An individual teacher can also contribute in terms of submitting proposals for relevant field trips, hands-on training, industrial visit, survey, job training, etc. A teacher can initiate decision-making, problem-solving ability in students by posting problems and real-life problems to obtain solutions. The teacher can also conduct group tasks, peer learning, interaction with erudite scholars, coordinating conduct of events with neighboring institutions, and coordinating events for placements, etc. The following tools can be used to map the teacher's performance in this key indicator. So, the learning management system that the teacher uses can be seen, students' activity reports can be seen, invitations, brochures, photographs, minutes of the meeting, survey analysis, group report, email correspondence, etc. These can all be used as tools to measure the performance of a teacher in this regard. The next key indicator, that is teacher profile and quality, is one of the quintessential area where a teacher can contribute. Now, teacher quality is a composite term to indicate the quality of teachers in terms of qualification, characteristics, professional development and recognition of teaching abilities. Teachers can take initiative to learn and keep abreast with the latest development, to innovate continuously and seek improvement in their work and strive for individual and institutional excellence. In this regard, the teacher can identify potential topic for advanced research in their domain area. The teacher can regularly attend FDP's orientation and refresher courses to be abreast of the latest developments. A teacher can register for international certified courses for super specialization. A teacher must habitually and regularly participate and present papers in national and international seminars, conferences, etc. Publish books, chapters in books, research papers in indexed journals, and undertake research projects. Teacher must innovate and continuously seek improvement in their work for both individual and institutional excellence. Now, in this regard, a teacher performance can be measured by looking at the registration details in various programs, courses, etc., grants and patents received by the teacher, copy of their publication, award letter, certificate, etc. Now, evaluation process and reform are very significant to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of the system. One of the purposes of evaluation is to provide development-inducing feedback. The qualitative dimension of evaluation is in its use for enhancing the competence of students. A teacher can suggest innovative evaluation process to gauge the knowledge and skill acquired at various levels by the students. A teacher can play an important role in scheduling exams by planning internal assessments in advance. A teacher can create rubrics, which are a novel method for conducting internal examinations. These rubrics give the student an idea of the parameters on which they are going to get evaluated, and hence they can orient their study based on those rubrics. A teacher can suggest methods of strict and vigilant conduct of exams, revision in question papers, setting up model question papers, etc. A teacher can also take preventive measures by effectively communicating rules, regulations, and policy of examination to all the stakeholders. And last, the teacher can also address grievances and suggest methods for grievance redressal. Now, a teacher's contribution to evaluation and assessment can be measured by looking at the minutes of the meeting of examination committee, examination policies and procedures, communication through mail to all stakeholders, departmental meetings, model question paper, question bank, the rubrics that have been framed by the teacher, record of any malpractice, and of course the record of grievance redressal. In the next module, we will be looking at the role of research, innovation, and patent.